Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise you, we can give it to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. Let's pull the pin already.
Cha-ching, let's pull that pin.
When are you going to start representing the other branches?
When I find it. What do I need? I need a hook and a feather, I think. I think I can find a feather. I got a bunch of chickens, dude.
Yeah, right.
And you know, do you know, like, I don't know a whole lot about chickens. I'm still learning, right? But they stopped making eggs for a little bit. And I was like, what is going on? And the lady at the thing said, oh, they're probably feathering. I don't know what they called it, but they shed their feathers and change them or something, like a dog does, I guess. And I was wondering, I was like, okay, because that's why I look like something broke in and murdered one of my chickens, because the feathers were everywhere in the pen. And I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm counting them. You know, I'm like, they're all here. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, they started laying again. But coincidentally, after the big feather thing,
They're just feathering.
it's probably a word for it, but I have no idea. In fact, I don't even know why I got chickens. It's a chore, man.
Because the eggs are cheaper.
Well, yeah, and they're good too. They are better.
Are they
and
really
they last
cheap?
longer.
Are they really cheaper?
The eggs? Well, I don't know.
Taking care of the chickens, feeding the chickens, cleaning the chickens.
Well, you got the feed, you got the pen stuff, you got I don't know if they're cheaper, but they're better. They're definitely better for you, and they last longer. Like I said, we got about nine dozen in the fridge, and as long as you don't wash them, whatever that coat that comes out their butt with, it keeps them from getting spoiled. The moment you wash that off, it becomes porous.
Do you eat that many eggs?
My daughter does. I don't.
No.
Because I'm lazy. I don't even like to cook. So I'll go to the store and buy their eggs. You know what I mean? Eat a sandwich at the store. Which is why I'm going broke, right? But anyway, yeah, I don't even want to talk about
that's why it's called a convenience store.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about, dude, if you knew how much money I spend eating out, dude, you'd be like, holy cow.
At least you're not spending on drugs and stuff.
Yeah, right, stuff, right. So, well, if I was spending on drugs, I'd probably be dead now from starvation.
Or skinnier.
Well, I could be a little skinnier.
I don't know how big you are, but I'm just saying.
I could be a little skinnier, but only in certain parts, right?
Usually if you're on drugs, you're usually skinnier.
Yes, understood.
I guess it depends what type of drugs. But anyways,
drugs. Yeah. Anyway, these intros are getting longer too, right? Which I don't mind. I don't know. Maybe Johnny, Christine, shoot a little comment in there if you like, like to hear us a little babble a little bit in the beginning, or if you're really just interested in headlines, because they are our only supporters, really. And Christine, I do appreciate you, Christine. I know we don't get a chance to respond as well, but we do read your comments. Since there's not a lot of them, right? We can handle that, right? But so we do read your comments, and some of your stories are interesting and funny, and even some of your inside stuff. Because we talked, I don't know, Nate, you weren't here when I talked with James about the Idaho thing.
If you talked to him, I probably wasn't there.
No, you weren't. I'm sure you didn't watch it.
I'm catching up.
You need to go catch that episode because, she commented on that and other things. Yeah, it's some good stuff, man. We appreciate you. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's get on with this show because we got some headlines we're going to do again. I love doing them with Nate. It keeps this show shorter, or so it's supposed to. But so yeah, we're going to pull some headlines from the mainstream media, talk about it from our perspective, and tell you how to think, feel, react, respond, whatever it is you need. And why is it important that we do it, Nate?
Oh, our average veterans, we've been around the world and we know everything.
See, I'd feel really bad if I took that line away from you.
Give it to anybody else you want to.
No, I meant if we just eliminated it. But I do want to make some changes to the show, but we'll see as that goes. We'll see. Maybe one of these episodes we'll just do the wheel again or something. I want some variety because the reason I say that is the headlines sometimes are a stretch. Sometimes there's good headlines. Sometimes there's decent headlines. Sometimes there's just a bunch of garbage, and I don't know. I just have one little purpose for them, and it's not even really relevant. And we don't have the time to dive into one headline and do a deep dive. We just don't have the time. If you, of course, you were paying us, and that's what we were doing, which is what I think most of these YouTubers are trying to say. Well, thanks for your donations. It's so we can keep bringing you this content. Again, dude, I'm not stupid. I understand this is not free, but in the end, you were doing it. You were paying for it. And now you're saying you can't do it without people sending you money because you quit your job?
The whole intent of this is to make money off of this. So
right. So
you can't argue them.
No. So that's great. So support us. That's good. You like what we do, support us. don't say so we can continue to bring you this content because you brought it before anybody supported you. You understand what I'm saying? That sounds a little devious to me. It's nothing wrong with saying, hey, if you like our content, support us so we can get rich and do great things with our money. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind supporting guys who are putting their money to good use. Isn't that what tithing at church is about? Right? Everybody goes to church to tithe so that they can put the money to good use. Not that they always do.
And the first headline is
That's why I love you, Nate. I missed you, man. Even if I think it's going to need you anyway, and I'm doing it again. Look, I'm going. All right, New York City hotels take in New York City hotels to take in over 1 billion in taxpayer funds to support migrants.
that's why I don't go to New York City and go to the hotels.
Have you seen any of the videos of this stuff?
No.
There's one. I don't know if it was a video, photo, whatever.
I go
They
to
have
New York once a year, and that's over for a fishing trip in upstate New York because.
that different country. That's South Canada.
Which is that even better? Is South Canada better than?
Well, you're controlled by different people, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think I think you can hide in the woods and
But I
nobody will
think
find you
yes,
for a little while.
the North Country is ran a little bit different up there than the city is down south. So,
Yeah, yeah. Even weirdly, even the cities up there are a little
but
bit
it's
different than.
but it's still New York text. Yeah, I do. I do buy beer up there and some fish and lure. So
Yeah. So yeah, it's just so at the end of the day, yeah. What do you say about this crap anymore? I mean, we did on the last episode about voters.
well,
Why
well,
are they?
actually, I'm fine with this because we're only supporting migrants, not illegal immigrants, but migrants. So I'm good.
Right, right. And you know what? That is a good distinction because depending on what they
Oh,
really mean,
we know what they mean.
well, because they put it, it's in quotes. So whoever wrote this article, if they just mean migrants, then we are supposed to support migrants because we accept migrants.
Well, since migrants are in quotes, I think they're mocking one side for calling them migrants and not calling them illegal immigrants. That's my
Well, isn't
opinion.
there also a distinction between migrants and immigrants? Can't you migrate from New York to Texas?
I don't think we're called migrants. I think it's called a move.
Well, that's what we call it, but I think that's what it is. You are a migrant, you're moving. I think the definition of migrant is something to do like that. But I'm not smart enough to know that, so I'm not going to even go there. But, anyways, good luck on you, New Yorkers. Hopefully, you're smart enough to get out or take back your state. Not that there's not other states who need to do that, but I think this topic has been beat to death. And if you're not open eyed right now, then screw it. Give them your tax money anyway. Because usually, who is it? The ones that are doing this, right? It's the ones that don't pay taxes, or the ones so rich that they get out of paying taxes.
Oh, what do you mean paying taxes?
Yeah, exactly. Um, House Democrats unite against election bill requiring voters to prove citizenship. So again, this goes back to I think we did a headline last time about the voting machines. This goes back. I could repeat the same argument, but I'm not. I'm going to let you tell them what I've said.
I don't listen to what you say anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you know, you're uniting to say, oh, you don't need to prove citizenship to vote in this country. Then what the hell do you need to do? Just show up and vote. I mean, how do you get a voter registration card? You just register for one without proving anything. You just here's my name and address. Send me one, please.
Dude, when was the last time you walked into a club at whatever age and said, "Hey, give me a beer," and then be like, "Oh, okay." Like you can't buy a beer without proving you're 21. Like, I mean, unless there's some illegal stuff going on, right? But that's my point right here, right? So why is it so hard that only citizens can vote, and yet requiring them to prove they're a citizen is some controversial thing?
I don't understand either.
There's only one way around that. You're cheating. It's just that simple. There's no
Ooh.
logical explanation for not requiring this. I mean, do you not have to prove you got a driver's license when you get pulled over? Now you can say, "Well, I don't think we should be required to have a driver's license," and I think there's a lot of licensing that's abusive by the government.
No, I saw this whole list of things that you need an ID to do, like
Yeah,
buy cigarettes, buy beer,
rent a hotel or
yeah,
stay. Yeah,
rent a car, some other stuff, and then no ID needed. Vote.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense unless there's a nefarious reason for this. Like I said, I'm not even. I know that these Democrats, and it's not just Democrats, but this issue falls on the Democrats. I know these people are just evil because if there's Republicans that can get away with this stuff and it worked to their advantage, then the script will be flipped. It'd be
Sure,
Republicans
of
doing it.
course it would be.
But right now, it's working for the advantage of the Democrats, so Republicans don't care. It's just these politicians, just these power. I'm not even saying politicians because some politicians might be still, you know, it's these people obsessed with power and control. That's what it is. These people find ways to get power, control, and keep it. It's human nature.
I mean, they're lining their pockets,
It's human nature.
and people vote for people to keep doing it. You're going to get what you get.
And and somehow people that support this stuff or don't say anything or don't do anything don't realize how complicit they are in it. I think every American citizen, right? They scream about, well, women didn't used to be able to vote, so we had to fight for their right to vote. Well, guess what? Your vote means nothing if a non citizen is voting. It diminishes your vote. So why would you support this? Everyone should have to prove they're a citizen. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like government overreach and control. So if you got a better way to prove you're a citizen without the government controlling it, by all means, let's bring it up. But to vote on the country that, I mean, you know what? This is stupid argument. It really doesn't matter anyway, because what we're doing anyway, think about it. What we're doing anyway is just like Dearborn, Michigan. Once we let all these Muslim cities pop up, and let me tell you, I don't hate Muslim people or whatever. It's that whole religion that wants to kill us and doesn't abide by us. Once we let them pop up, like even Jehovah Witnesses could be annoying. Christians are supposed to make, you know, save everybody, but they're not forcing anybody or killing them if they don't. So that religion is a threat to our identity in our country. But once they start coming in and cities are popping up, what do you think's going to happen to our government anyway? Look at the fools like Ilhan Omar, blatantly marrying her brother, still holding power, talking this nonsense and foolishness that's anti-American, and people are okay with this.
Well, you can't vote her out because the area that voted her in is, I mean, she is. So it's not like you can
Yes.
vote her out.
So that's my point. Is I say welcome people in, but they should have a period, just like a job, right? When you go get a job, right? Because your company depends on it. You're not just going to hire anybody, right? So you get a job, you do your pre-checks, make sure you're not a felon, you make sure all this stuff is right. So you're taking your precautions on who you're hiring for this job. And then when you find out that they're losing you money or costing you business, you fire them. And there's usually a probation period, right, where you can fire them, or the state just says, you can just fire them for any reason. So why can't our country be like that?
Hmm.
People can come in on a probation period. If you do not assimilate, then you're out. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that there's things that need to be fixed and corrected. There's injustices that need to be right. But when you come in and go against the Constitution, when you're talking about Sharia law, which is in direct conflict with everything we believe in, you need to go. That's it. Your probation is ended. You're done. Bye. You don't fit in here. Find another country that accepts your ways or make your own country somewhere else.
Just like this headline needs to go.
Yes. I don't, like I said, I got no problem with these people because even they can be saved and changed.
We have a new headline.
Oh, sorry. Reporters say they suppressed Biden's decline because right-wing media was reporting it.
I think I just mentioned in the last episode where they had a neurologist that was specialized in Parkinson's. I mean,
well, break this down. Just break the sentence down. First of all, right? Reporters. We don't even know who they're talking about, right? But I assume they're talking about some reporters. So reporters were suppressing it solely because right-wing media, whoever that was, like, I don't know, it's not like any neutral media can report it, right? It's only right-wing media. So if you report this, that's your right-wing media. You're not neutral reporting what you see, you're right-wing. And the only reason they did it is because So what does that say about reporters? If this is true, okay, if this is true, the reporters they're talking about, whoever that may be, might be two guys in a van. But what would this say about these reporters? And why would it be surprising? Because now everybody already knows this, right? That they're choosing not to report things because someone else is reporting them.
Yeah.
It's like they used to say, if Trump said, "Hey, breathing is mega," people would stop breathing just for the sake because Trump said it.
To try it.
I know that I thought about that. I was like,
that could.
But it's probably racist. Breathing is racist. But you know what I'm saying? Like this, that is that a reason? Well, I'm doing this because and I know we do it. Look, I'm not a hypocrite, dude. There's certain people I don't like, so I don't go to their business or I don't, you know what I mean? But when it conflicts with your common sense, logic, and direction of this country, there's a problem. You know what I mean? So your intention, you can have a motive, you can have several motives for something.
Well, now you have even the Democrats trying to talk Biden out of running so they can post some. And I just saw that on TV, but you've been saying it for a while now. So your what do I call you? Your conspiracy theory, Jim, might be coming true
It's not a
as
conspiracy theory, I'm
usual.
telling you.
As
All of
usual.
this stuff. It's not all this stuff. And like I said, I don't even care about that because I knew that. I knew that from the beginning. My whole concern is your neighbor. Your neighbor. How can your neighbor literally look at what's going on and say, wow, he must be declining when he's been declining for 3 years?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I see your face. It's frozen though.
Oh, mine's just black screen. Okay, I'll keep going then.
Yeah, I can hear you though.
All right.
But you get what I'm saying? I don't
Does it look good frozen or stupid frozen?
I'm not good. You'll have to watch the episode. So what you can turn the camera off and back on, see if that works.
I don't know.
But or is it not responding?
Yeah, it's not responding.
Oh,
there it goes.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Went right back to the same shot.
Cool.
So we can make it through. This is the last one anyway, or no?
No, we got one more.
But anyway, so that's my point. My point is I'm not surprised by these idiots in power and money and that stuff. What I surprised the people who are not even remotely affected by this, who lockstep and support the crap for whatever reason to belong or whatever it is. I don't know. That's really what surprises me.
But this is pretty good though too.
All right, so this will be the last one. Oklahoma, Alabama now selling ammo and vending machines. Wow, how long till this was actually a reality? Although I will say this is very risky.
I think it's risky too. I mean, what type of ammo? What type of ammo they selling? Everything? Can I get everything in there? But it's like, not comparing it because it's totally different. But like Europe, you can buy cigarettes and beer and vending machines all over the place.
Right. Well, at the end of the day, this comes back to what? Again, government control.
Right.
Which is what everyone should be against. The government is there to protect us from evil people trying to control our lives. The government has become those evil people controlling our lives. That's the problem. And I'm not saying we need to take down the government. We just need to get people in the government to run the government like it was intended to be run. It's there to protect its citizens, to protect its citizens from harm from people looking to do harm to its citizens. It's not there to take control and power to do harm to its own citizens.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there an age limit on buying ammo? Certain age to buy guns, but
there has to be, right?
I would probably think,
need a license, right?
No, you don't need a license to buy ammo. Well, I shouldn't say
some
that.
States you do.
Maybe some states you do.
But I meant you need to produce a license to buy ammo, don't you? Or no?
Well, maybe some states you do.
Yeah, maybe it does vary in the state. Because remember, kids used to take guns in their car in their trucks.
Yeah, well, I think those states that make you have to produce a license to buy ammo should make you produce a license to vote.
Yeah, I think it's just a no-brainer. You should just have to prove you're a citizen to vote. It's that simple. It's a right that you get as a citizen. No other person gets that right. So you should be able to have to prove it. I mean, if we want to grant free speech to anyone who comes in this country, then so be it. But those rights were created for American citizens. So unless you are a citizen, those rights don't apply to you. We have all set of different rules for you guys.
I hope my camera works next Monday.
Yeah, well, either way, we'll go ahead and end this one since there's technical difficulties. But thanks again, Nate, for being here, at least partially, or at least on my screen with a silly face. But thank you all for like, share, subscribe. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.